Let's dive into something that I think is one of the most important teachings or ideas in Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, which is paradigms. And I think that we get confused with paradigms and attitudes. And distinguishing between the two things will change, I would say, your whole life, helps you in every aspect. And I'm going to go relate this to summer sales. So you have a territory, you have let's say, a specific city. So, like, I live in Charlotte. And then you have a map. So the map itself is not necessarily the city, right? And when you understand that, if you have the wrong map, then it doesn't matter how hard you try or whatever your attitude is, you'll never be able to actually go get where you want to go in that city based on that map. So you have the territory, you have the map, and then you have the other things like your behavior and you have your attitude. And so if you're looking at it, and let's say that I have a map of Boston, and I'm using that map to try to go navigate through Charlotte. The map is the paradigm. Charlotte is the territory, right? Now, my behavior, I could go work harder, right? I could go just grind it out. I'm just going to go do whatever it takes. Like, I'll drive faster. I'll go do whatever I can to navigate the territory. That won't get you anywhere because you still have the wrong map. The other thing is your attitude, right? So you can go think, well, I'm going to be optimistic about this. Like, I can, maybe it's not fully the right map, but it's okay. Like, life is good. We'll get there when we get there. It's all about the journey, right? That doesn't mean you'll ever get there if you still have the wrong map. And now let's go apply this to our lives. If your paradigm is flawed, if you see things the wrong way, it's the way that we see things, right? Then we're not going to go achieve what we want to. We're not ever going to be able to navigate where we're trying to go. And if you can go change the way you view things, then everything else will work out. Because the thing is, your paradigm is the problem. The way you see things is the problem. The problem itself is not that. So for example, let's look at summer sales. If you're not very good at selling in one specific demographic, let's just say that you don't like brick homes. For some reason, you just feel like people with brick homes, they just don't have as many bugs. And if that is your viewpoint, then that is the problem. It has nothing to do with the brick homes. It has nothing to do with the time of the summer or the year. It has nothing to do with any of those things. It has to do with the way that you view things. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And I know that that's harder to understand, but in reality, if you view things in one way, then your behavior follows that, right? And that's an interesting thing. So your behavior follows your paradigms, and then your mood follows that afterwards. So if you look at a reactive person, they say, I'll do it when I feel like it. But that's reverse. That's not how the natural law works. It's how do you view things? Once you view things in a certain way, then your behavior will follow. And I want you to understand that, because when you can do that and you can go fix the way that you see things, which is not easy right away, but when you can go change the way that you view things, change your paradigm, change the map, use the map for the right city, then everything else works out. And so for the summer, if your paradigms are flawed, if things aren't working out, yes, go work hard. Yes, you should have good attitudes. But in reality, it's just changing your paradigms.